Hey guys, welcome back to another recap video. Kind of a fun little open today in the markets, and then it all kind of just slowed down. Now we're getting some nice reversals. It's what, almost 12 o'clock now, so we're getting some, multi-month support and resistance zones being hit, some bounces off of those areas. But overall, at the market open, there was a little bit of chop. We had AIM was our lead gapper, and this one performed almost exactly as we wanted it to. Unfortunately, I chickened out a little bit on some of the moves, especially the second or the first pullback, but we got the red to green move. Again, I just sold a little bit too early, but the entry was almost perfect. So let me talk about AIM specifically today, the red to green move specifically, why I had a feeling that it was going to happen, and then what's the last thing? And then the first pullback, why we wanted to trade that one, especially with a focus on the volume, because I said in the recap video, it looks like somebody tore a playbook or a chart pattern out of a textbook and just threw it on the charts today on AM. It was super clean and nice, and I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit in the butt for not trading it, but oh well, that happens. You can't get them all, and this time I did miss it a little bit, but again, first 15 minutes of the market open, that would have been the time to get aggressive. I know it's not for everyone, especially if you're using TOS. It's like extra choppy, and that was kind of a big reason I didn't trade a little bit more aggressively, because my charts were like douche, and that was a little bit annoying. And I know I can dedicate a little bit more RAM to my TOS, but I don't think that was totally the issue this time. Plus, I think when I'm streaming and I dedicate more issues, actually I know this, when I dedicate more RAM to my TOS, my streams have issues. So either I get maybe a desktop setup or something like that. So I might do that in the future, but who knows. For now, let's dive into the charts. Let's talk about AM. Let's talk about that red to green move and the first pullback. Remember, like always, to leave questions and comments below. I answer all of them personally. Don't forget to leave a like, guys. I definitely appreciate it. And you make this content easier to find for future traders. If you're totally new here, consider subscribing. I would love to have you join the channel and the challenge. We go live every morning at 9:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to first review the watch list and then trade the market open. So I would love to see you there. Off to the charts we go. All right. So a little bit of a green day. At least it wasn't a red day, but yeah. So honestly, today I kind of felt like it was pretty obvious what we should have done, and I think we called it out pretty good pre-market in the watch list video. So AIM gapping up here 50%, 26 million float. You can see it here as well, 27 million shares outstanding. The float was a little bit less. US Biotech with an FDA, what was it? It was a human trial approval catalyst. That was quite a decent little catalyst. FDA authorizes patient with cancer. Yeah, okay, so hopefully that works out, and it was enough to apparently drive the price of AIM up about 50% pre-market, even though I would say the stock itself is a lot of kind of on the backside of a bigger move right here, on the backside of these moves. I mean, a lot of failed spikes to the upside. So this is a pretty heavy to move stock. The float is also, not south of 10 million. So I was kind of surprised that it was able to even get up that much pre-market, but a lot of times these levels get met. So we broke past the 3.6, we broke past 4, and if we just go back here, oh no, we didn't break past 4, sorry, I was thinking about 3, and then 3.47, so we broke past the 3.4, and you can see the $4 was the big multi-month, multi-week resistance level. So we kind of ran up to that area, we kind of traded above VWAP, but I was saying, AIM, former big runner, that's kind of on the backside of the move. It's not necessarily the first big green day. We've already had a little bit of move up here. We have a lot of overhead resistance. Just be a little bit careful with this one. And out of the gates, I said, or not out of the gates, but right here, I don't know, somewhere in this area pre-market, I was like, most likely there's going to be a little bit of selling pressure. People are going to be happy to close their positions that they've been holding on to for way too long. So I was expecting a little bit of a red to green move, and that's what we got. Ran up right pre-market up to 325, and then instantly one candle we pulled back about 3% or 4%, and then another kind of 3% here, so about 7% total, and we almost caught the perfect bottom here. We had one more attempt to pull lower, didn't happen, and then we bounced right back up. I got out way too soon. And the worst part about the way I traded this one, I mean, the entry was perfect, right? But I mean, there's two ways to trade red to green moves, and we've talked about this several times, right? You can either trade on the way down, try to catch the bottom, which sometimes, if you have these former levels of support and resistance, you can kind of look where those areas are going to be. And oftentimes I've found that it's between 6 and 10% on the way down. We were watching the order book very closely, and we kind of just jumped on into it when the selling volume was fading a little bit. Next volume, bigger green, next candle, bigger green, next candle, bigger green. Ideally, the typical entry on a red to green move is the first candle to make a new high. So that would have been this candle. So buying here on the 15 would have been also a good idea. That's actually past the point I sold on. I was just a scared little squirrel again. I don't know. I couldn't keep my cool because I just came from a little bit of a red streak, and I don't know. It was kind of ridiculous that I didn't hold through this one. Anyway, we retest this $3 and then we break out of it. My goal was to sell half of my position in the 320s, and then the other half into the break of of the former high right here, 325. That would have been perfect. If I stuck to my original plan, we would have instantly been up 6-7% on this trade. I mean, this was good. This was a really, really nice red to green. It was a total of about almost 10% move. And then we had the first pullback here and another rip here, 8%. So I was very close to trading this one. When this candle happened, we were gaining momentum here. Oh my God, this looks so good. I'm so upset I didn't trade this. I mean, this is like someone ripped a picture out of a textbook on how to trade the first pullback. So we have 1-2 candles making a low with not that much volume. We have the first candle right here breaking higher with more volume. Second candle breaking with even more volume. Third candle breaking with even more volume. Selling basically most of the position probably at, I don't know, before 35. So maybe half the position at 33 and the other half at 43 would have been a good move. So this was, the second, we could have had two trades back to back, making between 5 and 8%. I mean, 8% would have been pretty good trading, but at least 5%. So that could have been, boom, 10% done for the day. Just wrap it up right there. So a little disappointed that I didn't do that perfect red to green and then first pullback, because that's what AIM was wrapping up for. I didn't really want to trade any of this. This was just backside move. At one point down here, I was thinking about getting an entry, but then kind of constantly missed it and wasn't quick enough and blah, blah, blah. None of these bounces were really that nice. Then right before the stream ended, I was like, okay, well, it's selling off a lot, and we just had 1, 2, 3, 4 big candles. I'm going to go ahead and get aggressive. I kind of was ready for this bounce to maybe go a little bit further here to 83 or something like that. Didn't work, and then we had this bounce here. This is a 3%, pulled back again. This bounce 7%. I don't know. This is a tough one, AIM. So getting this at 2.7 would have been the ticket, obviously. So yeah, I mean, could have been a nice little way to kind of end the day. But who cares? I wasn't really super stoked about this one. This was kind of more of like a little fun trade. I was about to wrap up anyway. I thought, okay, we might see a reversal here or not. And when we didn't get that strong bounce with volume, I just got out of this trade right away. It wasn't really that interesting. We had one more trade today, AKER. Let me pull this one up. AKER. Wow. Look at that reversal on it. This is kind of what I was waiting for AKER. I was expecting the reversal to be a little bit sooner, but we didn't get that. 16% move. If I just kind of held it, this would have been kind of a wild little ride here. This might even be a good entry here. I'm totally out of trades though, so no more trading for me today. Yeah, this one was kind of pulling back continuously. I said I would love to buy it in the 30s area, 4.3, 4.2 even would have been nicer. And I bought this big pullback here a little bit too soon, I guess, because it pulled back again and then tried to have a little bounce here. Didn't work. This is all after 10:30 trading. Typically at times I don't like to be trading. If I got this bounce, this would have been nice. 10:47 here, we had a bounce, pulled all the way to the 12, and then we had a pretty quick run up here, 7%, even went up 8, 9%. I probably would have sold, I don't know, I probably would have sold half here and the other half here, or just maybe held a little bit longer as long as we broke this 15-minute EMA. It's hard to say what I would have done, but AKER, I don't know, I was looking for some sort of reversal. I think the most important thing though out of the gates was just, identifying we didn't really have any super nice moves, and I think AIM, it's been thickly traded in the past. I don't really see this thing breaking pre-market highs, and if it does break pre-market highs, I don't really see this thing going past $3.75 or maybe $4. That's kind of what my thesis was on it. I mean, if it broke the pre-market highs and went all the way to past $4, that's still a 20% move. That wouldn't have been too bad. But I didn't see that much potential in AIM. But I did understand that this setup, was looking like one of the best lead gappers because it's holding its highs, nice, decent gap. It's in the price range that we're looking for between $2 and $7. So everything fits, right, AIM. It's just big resistance, not a lot of upside potential. But it's going to definitely, there's a good chance that it's going to at least try to make a moves higher. And that's what happened. After these failed moves at 9:45, basically AIM was done. After that, you could just, throw in the towel. So again, getting aggressive early on, first 15 minutes are, the time where you can get some really nice volatility. You can make a quick 7, 10, 20, 30, 40% sometimes. Just unfortunately, we got a little bit of it, just not all of it. So whatever, at least it wasn't a red day. Kind of good to get the ball rolling again, getting some more confidence back in after such a slow April. May has been pretty good. Just this week has been a little bit slow. So, all right, guys, that's gonna wrap everything up for this video. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning. Don't forget to leave a like if you haven't done so, and stay safe, make some awesome trades. Till next time, guys. Ciao, ciao.